And welcome back. I heard y'all are not a leaky faucet, but y'all stay bringing the drip. And to that we say, hell yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I thought that was going to go a different way. That was good.
I try to keep them guessing. So, guys, we have yet another film entrant into the Tubi hierarchy of cinema. Today's title is Best Friend. Best Friend, that's my best friend. This is Sean's pick, I do believe. Came out in the year 2023, and we're going to send it right over her to tell us all about Best Friend.
You made it seem like it's a thriller. It's not
going to be scary.
Yeah.
I mean, it low-key is a thriller. On the lowest of keys.
It was all right, let's get into this review. So, as y'all might have guessed it, this movie was directed by Chris Stokes, of course. It's about our 12 Chris Stokes review.
I promise y'all in the new year, we're going to do other directors.
You need to pay us.
I promise y'all in the new year, we're going to do other directors.
But I'm telling you, his Tubi movies be good. Like, they be good. So,
okay.
Let's get into it. This movie is starring Soraya, who y'all might know from, what is that, Empire?
Empire. She's on Kingdom Business. Is that where she's
from? Don't touch. Yeah. Loved her on there. Marcus Houston, of course. Blue Kimball, who y'all might know from a lot of DC list movies.
Who is Blue Kimball? Which one was that one?
He's the one that just played in the other movie Sean just did the review on.
The light-skinned one.
The guy who
was the detective.
And his wife came back.
So still here. So the guy who was the detective, his name is Blue Kimball. His name is Blue Kimball.
Yes,
that's not a woman. I just knew that was a woman. I just knew that was a woman.
No, that's him. He's Blue Kimball. Okay. And then Wesley Jonathan, who y'all might know from Roll Bounce.
Everybody knows Sweetness, man. Everybody knows Sweetness.
So
if you a skater, you know.
And also, I don't know if y'all probably ain't watched this, but the woman detective, the Hispanic woman, she played she was in that reality show on VH1 about like,
you mean lip filler?
Don't call her that. Be nice.
Well, it's true.
Well, anyway, her name is Stephanie, and she played on what was that like mob bosses show? It was like the people who were like descendants of mob bosses or like people in the mafia. Like Griselda, her son was on the what's his name? Blanco, something like that. But anyway, she was on that reality show, and she was actually signed to Lil Wayne for a time.
She could rap?
What?
Sing.
Oh wow! Now I feel like I gotta hear her sing.
Okay, fun facts.
All right, let's get into it. Let's get into this movie review. So the movie starts off with where we see someone breaking into a house and attacking a man in his sleep. They start fighting. One man gets shot, and then bam, opening credits. So I know I was sitting every time. I'm always like, oh, I know Leslie's into it.
It definitely does cross my mind. I'm like, I guess she's gonna be looking now. I guess.
Right, she's gonna be looking because I'm always like stressed out when I pick my movie. I'm like, God, I gotta pick a movie that's gonna get Leslie in the first 10 minutes or shit because she ain't gonna want to watch it. But anyway, after the opening credits, we cut to. So y'all know I always call people by the wrong name. So y'all gonna have to correct me on the names because I wrote Marcus Houston and Soraya the whole time I wrote.
I know you did.
Jamie. His name Jamie.
Right, what's her name?
Was
Veronica.
Trish.
It's Trish. It's for sure Trish.
Trish. Yeah.
Veronica. That was so random.
I don't know. I don't even know a person named Veronica. Random. I don't know where I got that from. Anyway, we pull up. We see Trish and Jamie at work. Seems like they work in marketing and they're in the office handling some business, talking to what seems like their employees. So as you can see, they are bosses. They work together and they are clearly friends. Then we see some scenes with them hanging out, doing different things. And at one point, Soraya tells Trish tells Jamie that she wants him to be the best man at her wedding during one of their movie nights. So now we see, okay, they are clearly best friends. This is the best friends that we are talking about in this movie. Next, we see the two. They have a major pitch at work, and Jamie is just dropping the ball. He is stuttering. First of all, I want to say, why the hell was they doing a major pitch at work on a whiteboard with markers? That looked a hot ass mess.
Yeah, I was expecting a PowerPoint.
Like some slide. That's when you know they get Tubi because y'all could have done better than that. But anyway, they're doing a major pitch at
I
work.
just felt like it's not hard to put up a screen and a projector. I mean, I feel like that's cheap
It
as
was right
anything.
there. Like what?
Whatever.
But anyway, we see him dropping the ball, and my girl Trish, I want to say Soraya each time. My girl Trish has to come and save the day, as a Black woman does. You know, she comes up there and kills it.
Always.
And lets him know, listen, you cannot leave until you hear our pitch. This is what we are going to do. So the businessman, who we haven't formally been introduced to yet, he is a billionaire, as they keep saying. And he is so impressed with her taking charge that he invites her to dinner to close the deal. And of course, she agrees to go, especially because she knows he's a billionaire and she's trying to close this deal. So she agrees to go, and they have a good time. At the end of the night, Jamie, her best friend, even urges her to go out with him again. She's like, girl, you got to do whatever you got to do to get the deal done. So she's like, okay, cool. Gonna do that. Bam. We fast forward to what seems like a couple of weeks went by. They are still dating. And after one of their really good date nights, he gives her this really expensive necklace, and she's a little like taken aback by that. Like, this seems like a little too much. I think things are just going too far, you know? So she decides she's going to take a little step back. They end the night there. She makes up an excuse, says she's a little too drunk, so she has to go home. And she goes home, and the next morning, well, she lives with Marcus Houston. I should have said that. She lives with Jamie, and she goes back to their house. And the next morning, she sees on the news that he just died in a drunk driving car accident. Whole time, everyone knows that this man does not drink. So how does he die in a drunk driving car accident? We do not know.
Is a mite suspicious.
Very suspicious. So they do an autopsy on his body and find out that he was actually poisoned. So of course he was not drunk driving because he doesn't drink. He was poisoned. I love the gas, Tristan. I feel like they moved into that really quickly, but whatever. Now we see that the drunk driving incident turns into a murder investigation. So this is when we're introduced to Blue Kimball, the feds. He the feds. He thinks that Trish did it because she was the last one with the billionaire. So he's already like, he got his eyes on her. Like, I think that she has something to do with it. So Trish decides that she is going to help the cops find billionaire Poppy's murderer. I called him Billionaire Poppy because I didn't know his name. So she wanted to find billionaire Poppy's murderer. So while she's at the station, the cops tell her to lay low and stay safe just in case anyone is after her. But she decides, listen, honey, I am moving on. My billionaire Poppy done died. I got to find me a new boo. And she quickly moves on. Because she is flirting with the kid and asking him to lunch. So, of course,
I mean, it wasn't like she was super into the billionaire to begin with. She was more into him because of the deal, you know.
But
like,
aside from that, it's a conflict of interest for the detective to get involved with someone who is a suspect or a loose suspect in an open case.
But he did rule her out as a suspect. They did rule her out, so he was like, "It's still cool."
Open case, so it wasn't.
But that's still a conflict of interest. That's still fucking crazy. Yeah, so it's still crazy.
Forget the billionaire and her loosely dating him. It's like what? Anyway, go ahead.
All right, back to the story. So she, as I said, she's dating the Fed nigga, and
Kyle. What is his name? Kyle.
I don't know. I called him Fed nigga the whole time in my review, so I don't know. Might have been Kyle.
I'm pretty sure it was Kyle.
It's Kyle. It's for sure Kyle. It's for sure Kyle.
Y'all don't ever like go back on like IMDb and just look at the cast.
Like, because once the movie is over, I am trying to put it out of my mind, so as best I can. So I just I didn't go back.
But let me get back into it, y'all. So Marcus starts to get jealous. I mean, Jamie starts to get jealous and makes comments about Trisha's new boo. So one night she goes out on a date with the Fed, Kyle, and she doesn't come home for movie night. And this is apparently a tradition of theirs, her and Jamie's, that they do all the time. So
Every
he's like,
Saturday.
really?
Like,
First of all, that's a very popular
They
night.
even had matching T-shirts.
my
They had
right, I'm
matching
like,
T-shirts.
you my best friend, but like every Saturday, I gotta give up my
It's like
Saturday
a
for
Tuesday.
this. Like, I love
Saturday?
you.
That seems like a day that most people are busy.
Well, he's
Okay.
not a going out. He's probably not a going out type of dude like that. So
I'm
like,
talking about her though, like to give up her Saturdays every Saturday to
that's
hang
so
with
weird.
him. Like,
But while
yeah.
she's out on her
mean,
date
you know.
with the Fed, Jamie pulls up in the bushes looking like the white guy with the baseball cap and you.
Lurking.
Didn't he look like him standing across the street?
Just lurking, looking
I
crazy.
mean,
He was
you
only
know.
missing a baseball
He
cap
was-
and he
he-
could have been the guy from you. Like, he looked crazy. So when she get home, they start arguing and he ends up slipping up that she was dating a cop. So she like, how you know I've been dating a cop?
Yo, that scared the mess out of me. Scared
Such good
me.
timing, Tristan.
I
That was so good.
Yeah, I thought I clicked on something. I'm like, wait, what just happened? Oh my gosh.
I was working on that over here. I was like, I'm gonna get that shit
She
ready.
was like, I know
Oh
she about
my
to say it.
God.
I know she about to say it.
That was good.
That was
That was
really good.
perfect. Okay.
So he ends up slipping up and saying that, you know, he knows she's dating a cop. So she's like, how do you know that? What, you been watching me? And he confesses, yeah, I've been watching you, but that's because of a situation that happened in college. And, you know, I always got to protect you. He doesn't say what the situation is.
I
but
mean,
like, it's a situation that happened. So she ends up going on another date with Kyle, and she tells him that Jamie followed her when they were on a date together. And he immediately was like, nah, baby girl, that's stalking. So the next second, as soon after that conversation, he comes bursting through the door. First of all, it looked like he was trying to fight Jamie. I don't know, like he came in doing some karate chops.
We never go ahead and end of this now.
oh yeah, I'm done.
All right.
But he definitely came through. No, but you're right. It was right. He came right through. He busted in that bitch, acting like he knew he had the guy. He knew it.
Yeah, it was so
crazy.
funny, man. He busted that door and arrests Jamie for murder. So this is when we find out that Jamie got some connections because his uncle quickly gets him out of jail. And
his uncle is a judge, right?
Yeah, his uncle was a judge, so he quickly gets him out of jail.
You know who that is? Who played the uncle?
I don't remember now.
That's Mike Hill, Cynthia. That's Mike Hill, Cynthia Bailey ex-husband.
Yes, I said I think that was Cynthia's husband. I do have that in here. That's so funny. I was like, I think that's Cynthia's husband. But yes, that was him. So he tells Jamie, like, yeah, it does seem like you was stalking her. If you was following her around, like, you shouldn't tell people that. That's kind of crazy. So,
right.
After that, Jamie goes back to the house and he's sitting at the table like a damn psychopath, waiting for Trish to come home. So when she gets there, he goes on this whole thing about how he stopped her ex-boyfriend and his friends from trying to sexually assault her when they were in college. He also... All right, Tristan.
That was important.
You get one more and then that's it.
It's important.
I know when you should do it. Just not right now. He also confessed to having to have killed her ex-boyfriend, the one that tried to...
He didn't confess. No, he just said he took care of him. He didn't say he killed. He just said he took care of him.
That sounds very much like he killed him. So he...
Well, she didn't ask no more questions. But
we knew from then that obviously he was confessing. But
we knew.
Yeah. So that brings us back to the first scene that we have seen in the movie. We see that was actually Marcus Houston attacking her ex, and he shot him and ran out of the house. So then I don't know where Jamie got this what you call that little juice that they had in Space Jam when they was actually drinking that water, but they thought they was drinking something else, and they all got all hype. They little secret.
Placebo?
I've never seen Space Jam.
I have.
I know what you're talking about when they turn into the Monstars.
Yeah, but what are you talking about? When did that happen in the movie?
It did, and I was saying Marcus Houston must have had some of that because he bulked up and came to the police officer's house trying to get with the smoke, trying to fight, talking about you need to stay away from Trish and all this stuff. Like he bulked up. Like
Oh, that's fair. I
That's
see.
what I
I
was saying.
see. I see.
Yeah.
Like, what gave him the confidence? I got
Yeah,
you.
where did he
Yeah.
get that from? I don't understand. He came
Because
out
he
of
sensed that nigga was. He sensed it. He sensed it. He was like, I don't fuck with you, and I don't like your energy, and I need you to know that I really don't fuck with your energy. That part honestly made the most sense to me.
It's because he crazy, you know.
And then how did he
two
know where he
crazies together.
lived? Like it was just, yeah, I don't know.
That
He's
wasn't
weird.
hard to figure out.
I mean, he a stalker, so he can figure it out.
That wasn't hard to figure out. Not at all.
Yeah.
Then after he leaves the police officer's house, he breaks back into the house that he lived in with Trish. And his phone goes off. So she's like, what the hell? Somebody in the house? She ain't get up quick
You don't
enough.
put it on Do Not Disturb.
That's what the fuck I'm saying. He really didn't check. Whatever.
Like
it's
you didn't
fine.
have your
It's
phone on.
Tubi.
That was ridiculous. So he almost gets caught in her house and he ends up running out of the apartment quick. She calls her cop boo, tell him what happened, and he takes her to his place and invites her to stay longer so that she can be safe. Shortly
She
after
ain't pack
that,
an overnight bag.
Well, not that
It was
night.
in the
Not
night,
that night.
man.
Not that night.
So
But it was
after,
planned. Like what?
Trish and Jamie end up making up. They exchange some I love yous, and then boom, we thinking the movie's over, but no, it's not. This is when Jamie gets kidnapped by the cop, and he takes him to a room where he has all of these pictures of Trish all on the wall, and it's just very creepy. This very dark room with all these pictures and
saying slut and all kinds of stuff on the
yes, all
pictures.
across her pictures. So Jamie's like, what the hell is going on? What's going on? I can't believe this is happening. And hold on. This is when the movie starts to have their little plot twist.
Which I didn't see this coming.
Yes, I did not see this coming at all, honestly. Kyle, the cop, is like, hey, do you remember Brian? And he's like, who? Brian Chambers. Oh, you don't know Brian Chambers? Then I'm thinking, so they didn't know this cop's last name this whole time? If his last name is also Chambers?
That's what I was saying.
He wasn't using his same last name. Clearly, he wasn't using his last name because
referring to him by his last name. So that made me think, like, damn.
Right.
I don't think he wasn't using that last name. No.
Right, because he didn't want the connection made.
So this is when he's like, yeah, Brian Chambers was my brother and you killed him. And he was like, what? Yes, that was the perfect time to use that. And now
it's your last
I knew it was the time. I knew it was the time. It's fine.
Yeah.
Cut you off.
As you recall, Brian is the ex that tried to sexually assault Trish when she was back in college with some of his friends because she wouldn't have sex with him. Then that's when I was thinking, damn, does he not know why his brother was attacked? But he actually knew what happened. And he still was like trying to seek this revenge for his brother's death. And I'm like, damn, even though your brother tried to rape somebody, you still was like, nah, I don't know. That was weird to me. That was very weird. But he admits that it was exactly 5 years ago since he found his brother dead on the floor after Jamie killed him. So he did all of this for revenge, and he really took the time. Like, he planned this for 5 years to get his revenge on Jamie and Trish. So he started talking about his whole plot to frame Marcus Houston and Jamie, and how he did it, trying to frame him for the murder of billionaire Poppy. And he was like,
and also planning to kill Trish.
You said what?
And also the fact that he was going to kill Trish.
Oh, yeah.
In the process of all that, he was going to kill Trish.
And he was letting him know that he was going to kill Trish and frame him for that murder as well. And he actually said, I was able to get a taste of what my brother wanted all along. That nigga is a sicko. Like,
sick.
And he said the words were to die for.
You know, I literally thought, I literally thought in my mind, damn, Chris Stokes really probably wrote that line. That was crazy.
He thought he did his big one with that one. Chris was like, yeah, this is it. This is
it right
like,
here. All right, so after he does all this confessing, this is when we get into the real Tubi movie essence of it all. Because Tubi movies love a good it did not disappoint. Like, so Tubi, what they also do is have the cops show up in any neighborhood within a matter of 1 minute. Like, I don't know where these cops be, but in every Tubi movie, the cops in a matter of seconds. Oh, this is when I said his uncle, who I think was played by Cynthia's ex-husband, tells him to turn himself in. Because he confesses to his uncle at the end of that. They had their little gunfight, and at the end of that, the cops come, his uncle comes, his uncle's like, yeah, you need to turn yourself in for the murder of Brian Chambers, and you should be home real soon if you turn yourself in, blah, 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 blah. So, after being in jail for 1 year for turning himself in for a murder,
and then they only got him with breaking and entering or something.
That man's house and murdered him. It was in no way self-defense. It was not.
He's probably out on probation. He's probably out on a very long probation. It's probably like a 5-year probation or something.
Damn, but 1 year is crazy.
If I had to guess.
1 year in jail. He come home. They have a welcome party for him back at the office, and the two best friends, Jamie and Trish, are back together and happy despite the whole stalking situation. And the movie ends there. Y'all, that was a lot. That was a lot. I honestly would say that I was getting kind of bored during a certain part of the movie, but after that little plot twist about him being Brian's brother, that kind of threw me back in there. I was like, oh shit, I wasn't even thinking of that. Okay. So it turned it around for me.
3 minutes that was left of the movie. For the 3 minutes that was left of the movie after that just brought you back in for that 3 minutes. Yeah, okay. All right.
It captured me again for that 3 minutes, and I'm here for it. I honestly would say I give that movie. I'm stuck between a 3.5 and a 4, like somewhere 3.8.
Oh.
I thought it was good. I like the plot twist. Well, the plot twist got it for me. It changed my whole perspective of the movie.
Give it a half or a whole, girl. That's all the fists I made. I ain't make 0.8 fists.
4 just seems like a lot, though. So I'm gonna go with 3.5.
3.5. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
How did y'all feel about it? What are y'all giving it? Let's get into it.
Hey, y'all. It's your girl, Les, stopping by to let you know we have new merch dropping. Check it all out at culture101podcast.com.
Okay, so y'all know me so well because I was tuned in. It did start off with a bang, and I'm like, ooh, I was thinking, like, is this 6 months before, or is this current? Like, when they show that fight scene at the very beginning, so I'm like, okay, let's see how this plays out. I thought the movie was good quality. Shout out to Chris Stokes and Marcus Houston. They're like that tag team that just makes these, Tubi movies we can't stay away from. I'm gonna take a page out of Tristan's book. I did not appreciate is it Soraya? I think it's Soraya. Anyway, I did not oh wow. I didn't mean to do that. I did not appreciate her wig.
That wig was trash.
That wig was bothering me.
It was definitely one of my notes. Definitely one of my notes.
It bothered me the entire movie. And then when the billionaire wore that hat on their first date, I'm like, why you got this hat on?
Like, nigga, why are you over here looking like Joe? What is this? I was so irritated. I was like, "This is a business dinner. You in a fucking fedora?" I was
looking like,
but like a Jamie Foxx fedora from 2005. Like, what is this shit? I was
wasn't impressed.
Right. No, you're good. Yeah, I thought they had a good cast though. I could sense the chemistry with the cast and stuff like that. So I thought that was really good. Soraya was just dense to me. Like, she was just playing blind and dumb to me because you can tell that this man liked you more than just a friend. Y'all are literally spending every day, every hour together. Y'all are business partners. Even though I guess the apartment was in her name, he was staying there. Like, y'all, there were no boundaries. So it's like, of course,
on the couch?
That's what I said. I'm like, you come home.
That's just when he fell asleep. That's just when he fell asleep.
But when she came home from that day, she got on the couch with him. Like, go in the bed, girl. Like, why are you sleeping on the couch with him? And to me, that was just weird. And it's like a perfect setup for feelings to develop, whether it's both of y'all or just one or the other developing feelings. Like, there's no boundary set here. So that was just like, okay. Some of like Marcus Houston acted was just like very cheesy and like not good to me. I'm just like,
that's every Marcus Houston performance, like outside of Sister.
Fair.
Nah, but that was only because that fit the role. It was actually meant for him to be like that.
Right. Correct.
Yeah.
Like exactly. It's like Nick Cannon. Everything is cheesy. But you know, some things fit better than others.
I feel like some of the scenes cut like very abruptly. Like it was just like a random stop and then it just went to the next thing where I feel like they could have like done a little bit more with it. So I was just like, okay, that's interesting. Overall, and that fight scene, that last fight scene between Jamie and Kyle was just terrible. That's the Tubi of it all. Like
that was given to
that whole scene.
The shots.
Yeah, just like and then tussling out the house and everything. I'm just like, this is just so terrible. They could have like choreographed that better, made it look more real. But overall, I did enjoy it. It kept my attention for the most part. I was confused when he supposedly left the apartment and then they were showing that montage of like her being at the apartment and then him. Did he get his own apartment?
He got his own place. That was a different place.
Okay. I wasn't sure if he was like just coming and going when she wasn't there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure he had to go home to get his things at some point, but you know, that was his place.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like I'll give it a 3.5. I enjoyed it overall. I think the plot twist is really good because, you know, I was pretty sure that Marcus Houston was the stalker, the killer, doing all the craziness. So for it to be flipped like that, I didn't see that coming. And I thought that was a really good like touch that they had. So I'll give it 3.5. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
All right, it's time to go to the notepad.
Here we go.
So
let's talk about the positives first. I rarely do that. Let's talk about the positives first, okay?
Okay.
First off, I like that they were an ad marketing agency. Wasn't super believable, so it leads me to believe that they shot that scene pretty quickly. But okay, I get that. Ew wigs. That was my second note, but we're gonna go past that.
Ew wigs.
But I liked the pageantry. Everybody was dressed very nicely. This is a very pretty selection, you know. Definitely appreciated the aesthetics that I saw there. The score was pretty good. I didn't have any issue with it. It didn't take me out of it at all. I didn't notice anything strange. And yeah, that's it. Okay, so now let's go to the rest of it. All right. So first off, let's just start with the fucking billionaire coming in. What the fuck, nigga? You came by yourself? You didn't have nobody. Your secretary didn't let you know. So you had a whole staff of people, and no one told you that motherfucker was here. No one. No one announced him. And then he gonna come and talk about by himself into a room, not even being introduced, talking about you got 5 minutes. And now you all of a sudden go stupid. You the one leading this whole thing, and now you go stupid because you got 5 minutes.
Stuttering.
Dumb. That was just the dumbest shit ever. And then, so then, like when the cop comes by the first time, right? He's like, you must have some knowledge of the law. What knowledge of the law? I know you ain't supposed to be in my fucking house, and you're a detective. Everybody know that. 5 years old know that.
Was a funny
Mr. Policeman, I don't think you're supposed to be here. Dumb.
And he was smarter than I thought.
And then this woman gonna come down. Then this lady gonna go down to the police station with no lawyer. All this money you done made. All this money you made. And you not gonna bring a lawyer? That's the dumbest shit I ever heard.
And you suspect number one. Girl.
Right. And you just gonna give a whole story away. But he's like, you know, I don't think it's you. And so you believe that. That's wild. Yeah, and the detective told her that he was poisoned. That's an active murder investigation, and you're gonna tell one of your number one suspects how he died. Stupid, but whatever. And then you're gonna wear your gun around the office. Who does that? So you just walk around the office just armed the whole time, just armed up the whole time. What? What are we talking about? You're not even leaving the scene. Like that shit is heavy. Take that shit off. What are we talking? That's stupid. So then you have not a lot of great camera angles. There was some camera shit that really bothered me. Then there was some cool scenes. Like I did like the little Slender Light scene where she's like, oh my God, he keeps calling me. And she's afraid of her friend calling her. I thought they were the world's dumbest detectives, but of course he was leading them astray, so that makes sense. Let's see. A month later, so it took them a month to hit it, because it was a month later, right? So they did a month later, right? And then it was a month, and then like they pretty much woke up in the same space they were in the month previous. And I was like, so did a month really pass? Or
I'm like,
or was
was
it
he
the
still
next
coming to
day?
work?
2 hours
When
later.
she came back.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because when
And
she
then I'm
walked
like-
into work, she looked surprised, but it's like, had he not been there? And then it was confusing. That part.
And
was
then
confusing.
you talking about like I finally got the goods, nigga. So it took you a month? Like what's going on here? Like I'm so confused. Like I just don't understand the timeline. But that's Chris Stokes' thing. Like fuck a timeline. Who cares? You know, that's his thing. And then when you're telling us your master plan, you did this whole master plan with no gloves? Not one glove. Right.
Okay.
And then you're gonna frame the guy that has the most to lose by his death. Like that nigga was literally trying to make his company grow. So him dying kills my deal. So why the hell would I kill him? Because I was jealous?
I was thinking about that the whole
I ain't that
time.
damn jealous. I ain't that damn jealous. I could buy 3 or 4 more.
$1 million deal.
What did Wesley Snipes say in New Jack City? Cancel this bitch. I'll buy me another one. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, before the whole plot twist, that was my question. Like, even if Marcus was that jealous, why would he do that? You know, because that puts himself in a bad financial position.
Right.
So
and then all your whole employees, so you're going to sink your whole company because it is. She's going to leave you anyway because you sank the company. Like you had a better opportunity just to let this shit occur.
You kept saying do whatever you
want.
Exactly, to close the deal.
It's like, girl, make that money. Shake that ass out there, make this money. We got things to do. You know?
She's a professional. Ain't no shaking.
And in this old whack ass finale. Okay, now let me I'm putting the shit down for this. This is really frustrating.
Oh gosh, here we go.
So you gonna bring this motherfucker into your lair of layers, right? Where he could yell and shit. You didn't even gag him. So he could be like, Trish, I'm up here. You didn't drug him again. And then you gonna tie him up with some bum ass rope. Nigga, aren't you the cops? You don't got twist ties? You don't got zips?
Handcuffs or something.
He
should be able to handcuff him to the chair.
He came out with a little line.
Like you could have gotten sick.
Never tie up a boy.
Like you
could have. He's a Boy Scout.
An Eagle Scout, the dumbest shit. And then this is what really kills me. Okay, so then maybe you were concerned about the marks on the wrist. Okay, you could have grabbed sex cuffs. You clearly have a nice enough home that you designed that you could have bought some sex cuffs that could have been fine and
why can't he just be real handcuffs since he's a detective?
Because that would have shown the wrist marks. So I thought about that. I was like, maybe the wrist marks because like if you were trying to frame them, right? Exactly. So that would have been the way. I'm just saying there were 1,000 other things you could have done. It was just stupid, but you wanted Marcus Houston to be the hero, and that was cute. Whatever. And now let's talk about this 5 years. So you telling me they was 26? You telling me all these people was 26 years old? So you telling me they were 26, maybe 27? Get the fuck out of here. Them niggas was damn near 40. Like you could have at least said 10,
Marcus
15
Houston is
years.
over 40.
Like get the fuck out of here. I don't want to talk to them about this shit. I'm giving it a. I want to say 2.5, but they really put their all into this, and I can see that they tried. We're gonna give it a 3. We're gonna give it a 3. Begrudgingly a 3. A begrudging.
Always begrudgingly from you if it's not your movie.
No, because if it's dope, look, Cinnamon. I fucking love Cinnamon. Cinnamon was great.
We know that was your favorite.
I love Cinnamon. That shit was awesome. Man. It's great. Yeah. So we'll give it a 3. But I guess we got to ask that question now. Does it do it for the culture?
Before I answer, I have a question. Are we to believe that Marcus Houston was actually not a stalker and a real good best friend, or was that nigga still a stalker? Because they still became friends at the end.
No, he was still crazy. He was still crazy because once again, no boundaries had ever been set between them. So you still in love with this woman. You will probably still do anything to protect this woman. So no, he's still a creep.
I do feel you on the creep shit, but he was right every time. He was literally right every time.
Right, like, to the extent that he would kill again for her if a man came and tried to hurt her.
He didn't try to kill that guy. That just kind of happened. Like when you get shot with your own gun, that should tell you something. Like you got shot with your own gun. The gun you was going to shoot the motherfucker that broke into your house, you got shot with your own gun. That had to be an accident. Because how you get shot with your own gun?
So he just came to rough him up about the situation.
Correct.
And it escalated.
You like raping girls? I got some rape for you right now. I'm about to rough you to fuck up. I'm got something for you. No. That's talking that kind of crazy shit. Because she wouldn't give you none, so you're gonna rape her with 3 of your friends. Oh no, you got an ass whipping coming. you got several ass whoopings coming.
Yeah, nah,
like, honestly,
that
if it was me, I
well
might have
deserved.
like I might have had to get a nutcracker off one of them nuts or something because I'm irritated now because I just can't believe you. I can't believe you. Like you may lose the ability to father children now because I'm irritated now because that was insane. But
And it was
But the
somebody
thing
who
is that
you
yes,
were
he is a
dating.
creep.
Like you wasn't even just on regular creep shit. Like you were
Right.
she didn't. Your girlfriend didn't.
That's
give
how it
you money?
happens.
That's fucking crazy.
A lot.
I mean,
a lot of time it's
most
someone you're
assaults
already
people
involved
know.
with.
Yeah, I want to. Well, the percentage is crazy. Is it like 70% or something? Assaults people know the
That's
person that
so
assaults
sad.
them.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, man. So, yeah. So no. So again, is he a creep? Yes, but he was right. So I have a hard time really being like he didn't have her best interest in mind.
Nah, but even when he was
because
standing
he was
in
right, he was correct.
He need boundaries.
Even when he was standing in
that's
the
the problem.
He was correct though. He was right, but he was right though.
Nah, that was sick.
Was he wrong? Was he wrong? Was he wrong about any of the guys he said? You're too trusting. He was correct. You trusted both chambers. You posted both chambers. And
Two things can be true.
Two
things can be true.
Right,
he can be right about the terrible guys, but he can also still be wrong in the sense that he doesn't know boundaries when it comes to her.
So what should he have done though? What should he have done? What should he have done?
Tried to warn her.
You see what I'm saying? Like that's but if you try to warn her, then you sound. But if you try to warn her, then you sound like a hater, and she's gonna be like, "Look, I'm grown enough to make my own decisions." Clearly not, because you don't know anything. So, like, and even his uncle was like, "I believe you. You sound stupid, but I believe you." Because he understood. He was like, "You sound stupid, but I believe you." Because honestly, I understood. I was like, okay, I get it. Because even when he said I had to protect her from some shit, I was like, oh, somebody tried to rape her. That's what that was. That's what that was. This is why. So psychologically, he honestly probably needs to talk to somebody too, because that was so traumatic for him too. Because he felt like he told you I got your back, and he felt like he failed that day. So I get it. It's there's a lot of layers there, but
there are layers.
But no, that's a good question, Sean. That is.
It does it for the culture for me. I think that
I was just
again. I like the plot twist. I think they did a good job of throwing that in there to where you didn't even see it coming.
I knew the detective was dirty though. I knew he was dirty. I knew that. That was easy.
But we didn't know to what extent. We didn't know he was Brian's brother. You know what I'm saying?
No, I didn't know he was his brother, but I figured he killed the billionaire. I just didn't know what his motivation was. Because I was like, because I knew it wasn't Marcus Houston. I'm like, that's too obvious. Because if he had killed the billionaire, they would have had more link to him a lot earlier. You know what I mean?
Sure.
This is how the story was set up. So I was like, I don't think it's him. But I didn't understand that he was the brother. Now that was a twist because I definitely didn't see him being the brother. So
right. Does it do it for y'all?
It does do it for the culture. It does because I like that you showed Black folk in a positive light. You showed them as business owners. You showed them as billionaires. You showed them in prosperity. And you showed kind of all sides, and it kind of had a nice balance to it. So I will say that the movie does do it for the culture. And you showed that there can be a platonic relationship, but I guess up to a point.
There ain't no platonic relationship.
I don't think that's
up to a point. Up to a point.
It was never. He said he's been in love with her since he was 10. It was never platonic. And they know each other since they were 8. It was never platonic.
I was just like, if that's gonna be your friend, you got to make sure that
she's biding his time.
Yeah,
I feel like the key is that you got to make sure she's not your type. Like that was his fault. That was his problem. It was like she was his type. That was fucked up, man.
Mess. I guess
great
I'll
picture. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Hey, why you say it like that? I guess I'll say.
Yes, I feel like they ended it trying to make it seem like he was less crazy than he was. Like, oh no, they just back best friends, and I'm like, oh, that nigga was crazy.
And kind of just swept it under the rug, like Tristan said. Jail time accompanied with therapy, maybe some meds or something.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like there was a lot that went through because if his uncle was a judge, I'm sure that he has to do some type of quarter point of therapy. I'm sure he has 5-6 years probation. I'm sure all of those things, the boxes are checked. Yeah. But no, he definitely had a screw loose for sure. So hopefully he'll talk to somebody and put this whole situation behind him until they make best friends too. And somebody else tries to get her,
You know it's coming.
They have the space for
They
it.
love a good sequel. They love doing 2 and 3 type of movies. They got like Stepmother 1, 2, and 3. They got a whole bunch of others, so it's coming.
Stepmother 1, 2, and 3 comes up all the time at the end of every movie. Why would you? For what else is there to tell? What other story?
Maybe
you know
somebody
what?
else tried to get it.
Before we get out of here, that's what I'm trying to say. So no, give us Best Friend 2, Sean. What does that look like? Give us that plot
Best
before
Friend
we get
2
out of here.
is
What if it's her? What if he finds a love interest and Soraya realizes she actually has been in love with him too this whole time? So it flips.
Okay.
And she's fucking him.
Now you know what? Now that's an
I'm
idea.
gonna make him crazy again.
Now
but
that's a positive note.
Mhm.
That's a positive note to leave out on. I like that. I do. Well, guys, that does bring us to the end of another Tubi movie review. I mean, honestly, I feel better about what you said than the movie we actually watched. So that's good. That makes me feel good inside. And if it makes you feel good inside, guys, please remember to like and subscribe and check us out on all the platforms wherever you get your podcasts. And then if you want to reach out to us, Les, how would they do that?
You can either comment or slide in our DMs on social media. We would love that. Also hit us up in our email. It's contact@culture101podcast.com. Are you swimming?
This is me sliding the DM. I'm sliding right in there.
Look like you were swimming.
If you slide like that, you ain't getting in our DMs.
Immediate no.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. But Sean, if they were looking for some gifts for the holidays, if they were looking, to purchase some merch and support the show, how would they do that?
If they are interested in supporting a young Black business like ourselves and getting some merch for the people that they love, the people that they like, maybe for the Secret Santa at your job, then you can get them some Culture 101 podcast merch at culture101podcast.com/shop.
All right. Well, until the next time, guys. We out of here.
Bye.
Boop, boop, boop.